The Truth Commission was surrounded by controversy the last few weeks, especially about the allegations of a so-called white liberal clique sidelining blacks.
Nobody was prepared to go on the record with the sensational accusations that whites in the Truth Commission were marginalizing black members. Some of those who were prepared to speak out did so very carefully.
I really find it difficult to that kind of reasoning, just to say to people, are there racial tensions, as though you expect me to put a red carrot here and say, oh, this is a green one. I really find it simplistic and naive, if I might put it strongly that way. I'm not a spokesperson for the TRC, but if I might speak for myself, we are a system. The TRC is an organizational structure with systems which have developed in the process. There are quite a number of practices. There are quite a number of practices which we need to critically examine and begin to confront those which are not helping us to live up to the expectations of the country. Without giving the specifics, like for instance, in instances where you feel that, look, I'm in a position, but somehow there are practices which undermine me and leave me with the feeling that, is this a token position? And definitely that for me is a big issue, which I will personally work on it to its finality.
It would be naive of me to assume that there are none. Some of them I don't even know about, I'm sure. This is South Africa. We're part of this country. And we're on a journey. We've got a very long way to go. We've come from a time of desperate conflict where there's enormous oppression and discrimination, and whites were in the main privileged. We've got to unlearn attitudes and prejudices, and you don't do that immediately. So, yeah, sure, of course there must be racial tensions, but we do have channels for this to be worked through. If there is someone who feels strongly about an issue, they have every opportunity and every right to raise it. It's a difficulty is when you don't know who and why and what. Then you just stand there helpless and you think, oh my God, where do we go from here?
Dr. Alex Borain was accused by the faceless officials of leading an alleged white liberal clique. Archbishop Desmond Tutu responded with an angry statement from his hospital bed, saying that the allegation was a personal insult to his leadership. Commissioner Dumisa Ntsebeza said the perceived tensions were not a threat to the Commission and simply a reflection of the realities of South Africa.
So we have a multifaceted, character of tensions within the TRC. That's the first point. So it is not only racial. It is manifesting itself in various ways. The second question which we must consider, are those tensions of a nature that we are in a crisis situation in the TRC? I say no. We are not in a crisis. In fact, it is credit to the leadership in this commission that we have seen a year gone by with all sorts of criticisms that have been leveled at it. We are not sufficiently even-handed. We have had crises. When the Archbishop threatened to resign, that was a crisis, not this.